Ladies and gentlemen, there is a war going on, a quiet, invisible war. Not in the streets, not in boardrooms or battlefields, but in the one place that will decide whether you rise or fall in this life, your mind. Every thought you entertain, every belief you accept, and every whisper of fear or faith you allow to grow, these things are not small. These things are everything. You are not here today by accident. Something inside you, something deep, quiet, and powerful knows that you are capable of more. You've had glimpses of it, maybe in your dreams, maybe in a moment of absolute clarity. You've felt it before, that inner voice saying, there is more for me. There is something I must become. And let me tell you now, you were right. But here's the truth most people will never understand. Success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by the person you become. And the person you become is shaped completely and totally by how you control your mind. The world is full of people with talent, ambition, and big dreams. But look around. How many of them ever make it? It's not about luck. It's not about circumstances. It's not even about how smart or educated you are. It is about whether or not you have learned to master the one thing that controls everything else, your own thoughts. If you cannot command your mind, the world will command it for you. If you cannot choose your thoughts, life will choose your limitation. But if you can learn, truly learn to discipline, focus, and direct your thoughts, then there is nothing, I mean nothing, that you cannot become, do, or achieve. Over the next 30 minutes, we are going to unlock that power inside of you. We will walk through 5 pillars, 5 mental principles that separate those who merely wish for success from those who create it. And when we're done, you will have the tools, not just to dream big, but to take control of your mind and mold yourself into the kind of person success cannot ignore. Let's begin. Success does not come to those who are uncertain, drifting aimlessly from one idea to the next. It does not come to those who spend their days chasing distractions and calling it ambition. No, success comes to the individual who knows exactly what they want and is willing to give everything they've got to get it. The human mind is like a powerful engine, but it must be aimed in a specific direction. Without a clear goal, your thoughts scatter, your energy dissipates. You become like a ship without a rudder, tossed by every wave of circumstance. But once you fix your mind on a definite purpose, everything begins to change. Your thoughts align, your energy focuses. You begin to attract people, circumstances, and ideas that support your mission. The starting point of all achievement is desire, but not just any desire. A vague wish will not do. You must have a burning obsession for one chief aim. It must grip you, consume you, drive you. It must become the central focus of your life. You must know what you want, why you want it, and what you are willing to do in exchange for it. Most people never take the time to define their purpose. They wait for life to hand it to them. They say, I want to be successful, but they cannot tell you what success looks like to them. They say, I want to be wealthy, but they don't know how much money, by when, or for what purpose. That kind of thinking leads only to frustration and failure. But the person who sits down, writes out their goal in clear, definite terms, and reads it aloud every single day, morning and night, sets in motion a force far greater than themselves. That clarity becomes a magnet. It pulls them forward even when times are hard. It helps them recognize opportunities others miss. It strengthens their decision-making. It gives them resilience in the face of rejection and failure. A definite purpose brings order to chaos. It disciplines your thinking. It helps you say no to what doesn't serve your mission. It keeps your emotions in check because you have something bigger to fight for. It transforms ordinary men and women into giants. History has shown us time and time again, those who achieved greatness were not always the smartest or the most talented, but they were certain of what they wanted, and relentless in their pursuit of it. You must decide now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, decide what you want your life to stand for, what legacy you will leave, what mark you will make on the world. Do not let another day pass without clarifying your purpose. Write it down. Commit it to memory. Speak it into existence until it becomes your truth. And once you know your purpose, never let go of it. Not for fear, not for failure, not for anyone who doesn't believe in you. The mind cannot be controlled until it is directed, and it cannot be directed without a definite purpose. That is where success begins. You are the product of your most dominant thoughts. Whether you know it or not, your mind is constantly being shaped, not just by what you see and hear, but by what you say to yourself over and over again. Most people walk through life speaking words of doubt, fear, and limitation into their own minds, and then they wonder why success seems so far out of reach. But the truth is simple. Your subconscious mind does not judge, it obeys. It does not argue, it accepts. And what you continually feed, it becomes your reality. This is the principle of autosuggestion. It is the act of influencing your subconscious mind through repeated intentional thought. It is the way to reprogram your beliefs, habits, and expectations from the inside out. You must understand, every time you repeat a thought with emotion, whether it's one of strength or weakness, you are planting a seed in your subconscious. Over time, that seed will grow and produce results in your life that match the nature of the thought. If you tell yourself, I can't, your subconscious will make sure you don't. If you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, it will find every reason to prove you right. But if you declare with faith and repetition, I am capable, I am powerful, I am destined to achieve this goal, your subconscious will begin to believe it. And once it believes it, your actions will start to align with that belief. You will begin to notice opportunities where there used to be obstacles. You will move with conviction instead of hesitation. You will start to expect success instead of fearing failure. Autosuggestion is not a game of empty words. It is a discipline. It requires repetition, emotion, and belief. The words you speak must be tied to your definite purpose, and you must feel them with every fiber of your being. It is not enough to simply say the words. You must believe them. And if you don't believe them yet, you must say them until you do. That is how you rewire the mind. That is how you overwrite years of conditioning that told you what you couldn't do. Write your goal down in clear, specific terms. Write it as if it is already true. Begin with I am or I have. Keep it short, focused, and powerful. Read it every morning when you wake up and every night before you sleep. Speak it aloud with confidence and passion. Visualize yourself already living it. Let it sink into your subconscious like a command that cannot be denied. The world will try to program your mind with fear and failure. If you do not take control, it will be taken from you. Autosuggestion is how you reclaim it. It is how you break through the barriers of doubt and fear that hold most people hostage. If you speak power into your life will begin to reflect that power. This is not magic. It is not wishful thinking. It is mental discipline, and it is how the great ones rise. There are two kinds of people in this world, those who are masters of their minds and those who are mastered by them. The difference between the two is the difference between greatness and mediocrity, between rising above circumstances or becoming a slave to them. Your thoughts and emotions are the drivers of your behavior. If you cannot control them, they will control you. And if they control you, success will always remain just out of reach. Every human being experiences doubt, fear, anger, frustration, jealousy, and insecurity. These emotions are not unique to the weak. They visit the strong as well. But what separates those who rise is their ability to feel these things and choose not to be led by them. They observe the emotion, they recognize the thought, but they do not bow to it. They understand that just because a thought enters the mind does not mean it must be believed. Just because fear whispers does not mean it must be obeyed. You must learn to watch your thoughts the way a guard watches the gates of a fortress. The mind is sacred ground. Nothing should enter without your permission. Every thought is a seed, and every seed grows. If you plant fear, it grows. If you plant anger, it grows. If you plant gratitude, faith, confidence, these grow too. You must become the deliberate gardener of your mind, choosing what is planted, what is watered, and what is removed. Most people let their emotions dictate their lives. They make decisions when angry, quit when discouraged, or hold back when afraid. They confuse temporary feelings for permanent truth. But emotions are not reality. They are responses, They can be managed. They can be trained. When you feel fear, you must act in spite of it. When you feel anger, you must respond with clarity, not chaos. When you feel doubt, you must speak belief louder than the voice of uncertainty. Mental mastery is not a gift, it is a practice. It begins with awareness. When a negative thought arises, don't resist it blindly or bury it. Observe it. Ask yourself, is this thought serving my purpose? Is it leading me closer to my goal or dragging me away? If it does not serve you, replace it. Speak truth to it. Declare a better thought. You must talk to yourself more than you listen to yourself. If you allow your mind to run unchecked, it will follow the path of least resistance, right into mediocrity and failure. You have been given the power to choose your thoughts. That power is sacred. With practice, your emotional responses can become tools, not traps. You can use fear to focus you. You can use failure to strengthen you. You can use anger to fuel productive change. The key is to pause, observe, and respond, never react. When you become the master of your mind, you become the master of your destiny. No circumstance, no person, no external force can break the man or woman who has learned to command their inner world. Control your mind, and you control everything. Success does not come to those who start strong. It comes to those who finish. And the only people who finish are those who have trained themselves to persist, no matter what storms arise. Talent without persistence is wasted. Intelligence without discipline is aimless. The world is filled with people who started out with potential, but potential means nothing if you cannot stay the course. Persistence is the ability to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. It is the habit of continuing forward day after day, step by step, whether or not you feel like it. Anyone can take action when they're motivated. Anyone can chase their goal when it's easy, when the results are fast, and when the applause is loud. But true success is born in the dark, when no one is watching, when nothing is working, and when your only companion is the voice in your head asking if you're really going to keep going. And that is where discipline steps in. Mental discipline is the armor you wear into battle every day. It is the quiet force that says, I do not care how I feel. I made a decision, and I will honor it. Discipline is the muscle that makes persistence possible. Without it, your moods will govern you. Your circumstances will control you. One bad day, one rejection, one failure, and you'll fold. But with discipline, you develop something few people ever touch: consistency. Consistency is the mother of all transformation. It's not what you do once, it's what you do over and over again that defines your future. Discipline trains your mind to show up when the motivation has faded. It sharpens your focus. It keeps your goals alive even when the fire burns low. It is the habit of doing what needs to be done long after the excitement of the goal has worn off. You must create habits that lock your mind into place: morning routines, mental rehearsals, written goals, daily affirmations. These are not luxuries. They are essentials. You must structure your life in a way that reinforces your purpose. You must keep your environment, your schedule, and your inputs aligned with your mission. Otherwise, the chaos of life will slowly chip away at your drive until you no longer remember why you started. Understand this: the path to success is not a straight line. You will fall. You will fail. You will doubt yourself. But these are not signs to stop. They are tests. They are there to see how badly you want it. And the only answer, the only response that matters, is to keep moving forward. The world rewards those who refuse to give up, not those who are perfect, not those who had it easy, but those who kept showing up, kept working, and kept believing. Mental control is impossible without discipline, and success is impossible without persistence. Combine the two, and there is nothing you cannot overcome. Your mind is a fertile garden, and like any garden, it will grow what you plant in it. But the seeds you plant don't come from nowhere. They come from your environment, your associations, the people you spend time with, and the ideas you expose yourself to. If you want to control your mind and achieve success, you must guard it fiercely against the influences that would destroy it. You must choose what you allow in, just as a wise general controls the gates of a fortress. Most people do not realize the power of their environment over their thoughts and beliefs. They assume their success or failure is based solely on their talent or effort. But the truth is that the people you associate with, the books you read, the media you consume, and even the places you spend your time shape your mental attitudes more than you realize. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and defeat, you will absorb those attitudes like a sponge, whether you want to or not. The mind is impressionable. It takes on the colors of those around it. That is why it is often said you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose carefully. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with success-minded individuals. Seek out those who think big, act boldly, and believe in possibility. Their energy will fuel your fire. Their attitudes will shape your thinking. Their habits will become your habits. But guarding your mind goes beyond just the people you know. It extends to the information you consume every day. In this age of endless distractions and noise, you must be selective. Choose your reading material wisely. Watch only what inspires and educates. Listen to messages that build your confidence and expand your vision, not those that tear you down or fill you with fear. Remember, what you feed your mind is what it will digest and turn into belief. Creating a success environment also means controlling your physical surroundings. A cluttered, disorganized space breeds a cluttered, disorganized mind. A chaotic environment makes focus impossible. Take control of your space. Make it clean, purposeful, and inspiring. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, pictures, quotes, symbols. When your environment supports your mind will support your success. There is power in association and environment that few people understand. But those who do hold a secret weapon. They use their surroundings as a force multiplier. They recognize that no man is an island, and that your success depends not only on your mind, but on what your mind is exposed to every day. Protect your mind as if your life depends on it, because it does. You are either feeding your mind the fuel of greatness or the poison of failure. The choice is yours. Guard your mind like a priceless treasure. Choose your associations carefully. Cultivate an environment that supports your goals, and watch as your mind grows stronger, sharper, and more focused, ready to conquer every challenge on your path to success. Now, you stand at a crossroads. You have heard the principles that separate the successful from the defeated. You have been shown how the mind, your most valuable asset, can be shaped, controlled, and directed to achieve any goal you set before it. Remember this. Success is not a gift handed out to the lucky few. It is a prize earned by those who master themselves, who take command of their thoughts, who refuse to be tossed about by doubt and fear. It is earned by those who define their purpose with crystal clarity and guard that purpose fiercely every day. It is earned by those who persist through failure, discipline their minds, and surround themselves with the right influences. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts the seeds. What will you choose to plant? What will you nurture? If you decide today to take control of your mind, to become its master rather than its servant, then there is no power on earth that can stop you. The laws that govern success are simple, but they require action, faith, and unwavering commitment. Go forth with purpose. Speak to yourself with conviction. Watch your thoughts as a hawk watches its prey. Build the habits that keep you on course, even when the journey is hard. Choose your company and your environment wisely, for they will either build you up or tear you down. The path to success is not easy, but it is yours to walk, and the greatest secret lies within you, the power to control your mind. Take that power, claim your future, and watch as success becomes not just a dream, but your reality.